Hello lovelies, I'm Christina and today I'm giving you my August wrap-up. The month of August started with the booktubeathon and I have a wrap-up for that I'm going to link around here somewhere. So I'm just going to quickly show you the books that I read for the booktubeathon. And that was The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. I gave that a 4 out of 5 stars. Fairest of All by Serena Valentino. I gave that a 5 out of 5 stars. And The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Chbosky, and I gave that a 4 out of 5 stars. When the readathon was over, I continued on with a book that I started before the readathon started, and that was Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. So I finished that and I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. This round as well, this was a reread for me because, as I've mentioned in a couple of videos before, I've read books 1, 2, and 3 in this series while I was younger. But I'm getting to all of them now, better late than never, and I'm loving it this time around, and I really look forward to just getting through all of them. I'm doing the third book at the Book Buddyathon. I somehow have trouble saying that every time, but the Book Buddyathon, I'm reading the third book and I'm really excited about that. Then I picked up a book that was actually on my TBR for booktubeathon but I didn't get to, and that was The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. I'm not going too much into detail about this because it's a classic and most of you know all about it already, but I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars, really enjoyed it. Then I read Another Day by David Levithan, the companion novel to Everyday. I was sent this from Random House via NetGalley, so thank you so much Random House and NetGalley for sending this my way. I really loved Everyday and I raved about it, and I was really looking forward to Another Day, but I was kind of disappointed. I did enjoy it. I didn't invest as much in it. I thought it was interesting getting to know Rhiannon as a character a bit more, but I just didn't think that this book added too much to the story on my part. It just kind of... I'm not that much of a fan of books going through the same story just with another perspective, because to me it gets kind of boring. It's interesting in a way to see how other characters sees the different kind of outcomes, but in the same way you do know what's coming, you do know what is happening, and I just couldn't really get that into it. The writing was still amazing. I love David Levithan's writing and I thought it was well written and well done, well executed, but I kind of wish that he would write a sequel and not a companion novel to this, and I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. Then I read The Lottery by Shirley Jackson. This is a short story. It's about 12 pages long. It's an old horror story. You can't really say much about this when it's such a short book without ruining it, so I'm just gonna read what it says on the back, and that is: although the villagers had forgotten the ritual and lost the original black box, they still remembered to use stones. And this was truly delightful. It was a short, interesting, horrific read, and I highly recommend it. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. Then I read A Whole New World by Liz Braswell. This was kindly sent to me by Disney Press via NetGalley, so thank you so much. This is the first in a series of books that Disney Press is going to release where they take Disney classics, then changes it up. So in this one you have Aladdin and the story of what happens if Jafar got the lamp and not Aladdin. And I thought the premise was really interesting and I really enjoyed the writing. The first quarter of the book or so is almost the exact same as the movie. I really enjoyed that, going back to that and kind of being refreshed in memory of what happened at the beginning of this classic movie that I've loved so much as a kid. And I've read some reviews saying that they didn't appreciate that, and that's okay, but I did, and I really did enjoy the entire book. There were some happenings throughout the book that I wish were kind of different, but I'm not the one who's written it, so I just appreciated it as a story. It has that Disney fairy tale-esque feeling to it, and it was more brutal than what I expected, and just an interesting read. I definitely look forward to the other books in this series, and I gave that a 4 out of 5 stars. Then I read The Boy in the Striped Pajamas by John Boyne. This is the story of 9-year-old Bruno who has to move from his home in Berlin and to Poland during the Second World War, and he moves in next to a concentration camp and befriends a Jewish boy through the fence, and you just see this amazing, innocent, naive view of a war from a kid's point of view, and I really enjoyed it. I'm a sucker for historical fiction, especially the one revolving around World War II, and this was just a beautiful, well-written, amazing story. I wish this was around when I was younger. This is fiction, of course, and some of the things are really unrealistic, but it does tell an amazing story, a sad story. It's beautiful and it's heartbreaking, and yeah, it was perfect. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. Then I read Black Box by Jennifer Egan. This is a Norwegian cover. This was very different from anything I've read before. It is a science fiction novel, and every section is written in the size of a tweet. So it's sort of a thriller story in tweets. So that was really interesting and unique, and I really loved it. It was so different, and it was exciting, and just took you on a journey that you fly through really quickly. I read this in about half an hour or so. It's a really quick read, but it grabs you and holds you, and was just so original. Yes, this was a very, very pleasant surprise, and I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. Then me and my son finished the 13-story Treehouse. This is of course a Norwegian cover again, but this was really fun for us to read. He helped out and read some of the shorter parts, and it is the story of 2 boys who live in a tree house that had 13 stories, and it's just crazy. The whole book is crazy, but it has so much humor, and it's fun for both kids and adults, and it's got funny illustrations all the way through, and really helpful for kids that are getting into reading, so that you can switch up who reads. And it's got some smaller sections that they can read and then you can read. That's what we were doing. And I really, really enjoyed it. And we're probably gonna read the second book in the series, which is the 26-story Treehouse, I think? Not sure. But we're getting to that. It's written by Andy Griffiths and Terry Denton. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. So let's stack them up and lift them up. Here you have it. The books I read in August. Pretty happy about it. It started kind of slow with the first week, even though it was the booktubeathon, because I was really hoping to get to a whole lot more than I did. But I'm pretty happy about it, and I'm hoping and thinking that September will be even better. And I just started Queen of Shadows. I've been waiting for this for so long, and finally it arrived on my Audible app today. I pre-ordered it a while back, and I've already listened to it for about an hour or so, and I'm loving it. I've missed Selena so much. I just love that series. It's amazing. I can't wait to see where this goes. I'm so excited. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you like it. Hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in another video soon. Bye!